Hey guys, Bailey and Katie Peer here. We are finished up with the design renovation over in the Landings neighborhood right off McGregor here in Fort Myers. We put in a pond here, and we did 2 other overflowing water fountains and a couple bird baths and miscellaneous things that the customer preferred. Turned out awesome. Let's go ahead and walk you through it.
No, not the fingertip. I get the whole hand dirty. It's the injuries and elbow grease make a body sturdy. And at the end of that, turn it on like a thermostat. Hot mess, effortless. Throw yourself with the heaters out. Make you work somehow. Heat all over it. Pour it all out. Get all over it. Now make a mess. Throw down with a little grit. Let it all out. Get all over it.
We've added a few butterfly plants along this right side of the driveway. We have a jatropha, we have the porterweed, and a couple other plants in there. But also we mixed in some nice landscape plants, the odorata, the dwarf alamandas, flax lilies. Those kind of have a good contrast. But as you'll see throughout this property, we use different textures, different heights, and not everything here is obviously full grown. It was just installed. But when everything does become full grown, it'll all be the correct heights. We always want to think about levels, heights, textures, all those things in landscape design. Katie does a great job with pairing those.
So for this butterfly garden, before there were actually areca palms and Chinese fan palms, and we went ahead and removed all of those to give them a much cleaner look because they wanted the butterfly garden, but they still wanted some privacy. So once these plants are all grown up, the jatropha is going to give some privacy, as well as some of the other plants like the iris. They become more of a fan shape and just give some filtered privacy, but nothing too crazy and blocky like the original areca palms that were there.
Hey, are you digging in? Or you on the surface? With the all you got, do you serve it out till you're out of service? Or you can wait and see, make bets on the lottery.
We ended up landscaping pretty much all 4 sides of this home here and really gave them a new look all the way around. So if you see along this front entryway, we have the Mexican beach as a border, and then we have a black metal curbing in between the rock and the mulch, so the mulch won't spread into the rock. And then we have a few miscellaneous placed boulders, a couple different plants and different textures, bromeliads, full sun ones, some of the Mona lavender, which is a really cool plant. You guys should check it out. And then we have a waterfall here, a koi pond, that does a real slow trickle. And we also have the option to put a bigger pump in if we want to do a little bit more of a full speed trickle where it's gushing out. So we have different options for ponds or fountains. As you'll see, there's an awesome fountain here. There's a reservoir down below. And so what we did is dig down about 3 feet, drop that large basin down in the ground, and then put some pretty stones on top of the basin. And the waterfall basically overflows on top and goes right down to the basin and just keeps reworking all the way through. So it's a really neat feature to add some great sounds in your garden, and it's definitely becoming more popular.
You work somehow, eat all over it, pour it all out, get all over it. Now next throw down with a little grit, let it all out, get all over it. Even if it doesn't pan out.
So this is along the right side of the house. Our client wanted a walkway with kind of a meandering path so that they can walk their friends back to the backyard, and they have a lot of dogs and everything, so they wanted something kind of soft for the dogs to walk on that's not too messy. So we made the separation between the mulch using the walkway. Alright, so I am super excited about this fountain right here. Our clients allowed us to come in and sit at their kitchen table when we presented this landscape design to them. So we were able to see the renovations that were done inside their house, and as soon as I saw this fountain at the yard, I knew it was going to be perfect for them. They have some really aesthetic pieces inside, so we wanted to match that in the yard and find something super creative that would just show off their house a little bit more and have something a little different than the normal fountain that you would see.
Make you work somehow, eat all over it, pour it all out, get all over it.
here, we were calling it the dog run. It's an area where literally their dog likes to run back and forth. So with that heavy traffic, we wanted to make sure that we definitely put the right sod in the right place. This here is Seville, and it'll do the best in the filtered sun. Right now, it's getting about the maximum amount of sun that it will. Most of the time, it's shaded by the house or their neighbor's house or the trees above. So this will tolerate that shade and only getting a little bit of sunlight. And yeah, it'll be great here. So we got a lot of grass that's new all the way through here. We did plantings all the way along the side, and it came out pretty good. It's a simple but sleek design.
So we have finished this design, and this was a super fun project because the property is a really unique shape. So when I got to the drawing board, I was like, okay, trying to figure out how we can make it work right. They wanted the butterfly garden and they wanted the privacy, so we were able to do that along the driveway. But I will be honest, I love having a little bit of a smaller property like this. It's not tons of acres like some of the properties that we work with, but it's still super fun because it allows me to be super creative with the space that we have. You find the perfect spot to use maybe a fire pit or the pond like we did there. They wanted a pond up front, so we found the perfect place to put it. And being able to just find those spots is super unique, and it makes your property stand out amongst the rest of the neighborhood.
Absolutely, I think it sure is a showpiece. Yeah, I mean, from the road, it's like, wow, whose property is that? That's for sure. But honestly, it's fun. It is so enjoyable to do it. And it was funny, even the client here was mentioning when we were wrapping everything up to our foreman, oh, I'm gonna really miss you guys. You know, we've been working here every day for probably 2 to 3 weeks now, and really have created great relationships with the customers, and we love what we do. It's so much fun. We're super passionate about it, and we love these specialty type projects. We want our creativity to be stretched. We are not just gonna come do a landscape project. We're gonna come give these projects our all. We wanna do creative out of the box projects, so give us a call, challenge us. Let's see if we can build your dream. If not,
more than what you've even dreamed of.
More than what you ever dreamed of. How about that? I like that. Bring it on.